Hi, I'm Eva Dolstra from the Netherlands.
Hi, and I'm Laura Bakotic from Germany. Welcome to our Erasmus Guide of 2019.
A TV magazine produced by international students who study journalism here in Zagreb.
Now, getting ready for an Erasmus and studying abroad can be a very exciting experience. But I think it can be also very scary.
Yes, my biggest fear of leaving my hometown was having nobody and being alone.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean, and I had the same experience. But luckily, we have the buddy program of the University of Zagreb.
Being a foreign student in a new city can be very overwhelming. You are suddenly surrounded with people speaking a different language and buildings you don't recognize. You are trying to figure out where to go and how to even get there. Marina, who came to Zagreb from Spain, decided to make her experience easier by getting a local buddy through the Brody program.
It can be very useful and very helpful because that local people knows everything and knows much more than tourist people or other Erasmus students. And I knew that I would need help, so
I decided to apply for the buddy program because I wanted to meet people who are not from my country, who are from different countries, who are from different cultures and stuff like that. So I can meet them and talk to them about various things.
I find the Brody program in a WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group with all the Spanish Erasmus students. So they sent the page, and I was thinking that, why don't try it?
The first time we met in front of the cathedral, and we were like really glad to finally meet each other because, like she said before, we were all summer talking through the WhatsApp, and I was like really happy to finally meet her.
The first time we met each other, it was really exciting for me because we were talking during all the summer by WhatsApp. I really felt like meeting Lucia, and we went visiting all the city, and Lucia showed me some places of the city, and it was really nice.
The buddy is the one who shows you interesting parts of the city, where to eat, where to party, and help you with the public transportation. Even if you decide to travel around Zagreb, your buddy is there to give you some tips.
I choose Marina because last semester I was learning Spanish and I really wanted to pick an Erasmus student that is from Spain. And I choose Marina because she had a nice description and she said that she loved watching movies, and of course I was thinking that it would be really nice that I can speak in Spanish with her or even just improve my English.
For me, this experience is really good because Lucia has helped me with everything. I really like it because Lucia is very, I don't know how to say it, but it's very helpful, and she always pay attention to me, and it's really nice, and it's also funny. So I really like to to meet with her.
Thank you, Marina. I'm really glad to meet a person like Marina. She is so nice, and I could not be more happier to have her as my Erasmus student, and she's the best.
Thank you.
Next time you decide to take part in an exchange, you might want to think about a program like this, which is not only a cultural exchange, but also a way to build friendships.
So I guess getting around Zagreb will be a lot less scary if you hang out with local people.
Yeah, I totally agree. So I guess you can say Erasmus really has some good sides.
Yes, but Mensa and living in a dorm?
Well, I was not so much referring to that, but rather to traveling and meeting people from all over the world.
My name is Olga. I'm from Russia. I study on the Faculty of Political Science of University of Zagreb.
Hello guys, I'm Mykola. I'm from Ukraine. I'm studying software engineering.
I'm also from Ukraine and my name is Svitozar.
My name is Alexandra. I'm from Poland.
I'm Batan. I'm from Turkey. I'm studying in here at Faculty of Economics and Business.
And my name is Julia. I'm 22 years old girl from Poland.
I decided that it's kind of nice country with nice climate compared to Germany, for example.
I choose Zagreb because I think it's the most beautiful city in the Central Europe and it is cheaper than other European countries.
We were discovering our faculty more with some Croatian students. I've heard some Polish language, and we said, oh, finally we can speak in Polish.
My biggest expectation in Erasmus, to improve my English here.
Since I really like my faculty, I decided that I definitely need a hoodie of my faculty.
They are really open and helpful.
People in Croatia basically speak great English. We found out that the buses are really cheap. So basically we were in Zadar, in Split, and different parks.
To Rovinj, for sure in the future I will be back.
To Serbia I went with an organized trip.
So all the trips is kind of Erasmus within the Erasmus, so you're always traveling, studying and making connections.
Želim vama da ako dođete tu na vaš Erasmus, da puno uživate, da puno pijete, da učite и poboljšavate ваш hrvatski jezik.
А я желаю всем студентам всегда использовать все представляющиеся возможности, больше интересных курсов и понимающих преподавателей.
Не гайте часу, використовуйте свої можливості і
Знаходьте друзів, знаходьте себе.
Güle güle.
So as you can see, Erasmus is really not only about studying.
Zagreb is not a big city, but it has a lot of places worth visiting. Some of them well known and popular,
And some of them are only known to people who actually live here.
Welcome to the most lively spot of Zagreb, Dolac Market. Dolac is one of the famous symbols of the Croatian capital. It's the place where people can buy fresh and homemade groceries or just mingle. Good food and enjoying life are an important part of Croatian lifestyle, but what more is there to see here? Just a few steps away from the Dolac Market is the main square and a popular meeting place in Zagreb, under the clock.
Of course, when I arrived to Zagreb, Dolac Market and the main square to the Bala Jelačića were the first places which I visited. Day by day, I was learning more about the city when I met local guide Josipa, which showed me a lot of hidden and interesting places in Zagreb.
Many people, even the locals, don't know that in Zagreb we have one of the most magical addresses that exists outside of the fiction and movies world. Inspired by Harry Potter and his lane from where he goes to Hogwarts to the school, it's 9 3/4 for the train to Hogwarts. We have 49 3/4, a few steps away from our main market, Dolac. And many people don't know it, but it's the only address that it was allowed to be changed to have a bit of magic in the middle of our city center.
Little further away are graffiti in honor of historically important people. As many of you already know, Croatia is homeland of Nikola Tesla, inventor of alternating current electricity, and many more.
Whenever you take a pencil that has inside a pen that has ink inside, think about Zagreb and think about Croatia, because a gentleman who was not Croatian but was living here and invented it here was called Slavoljub Penkala. Pen, shorter from Penkala, was the guy who invented how to write with a technical pen without inking it all the time in your ink inside. And then, if you're wearing the necktie, whether it's a female or a male necktie, you remember of the homeland of the necktie decorations, the cravats that come from Croats in French Croatian people.
This is something you can read from tourist guides, but the best thing is always to listen to people. For example, what some Erasmus students like and what are their favorite spots.
I know places in center. I like too much. There are many cafes, coffee bars, and yeah.
This is my favorite spot. At the Sava River, I find peace and time to think. It's nice, calm, quiet, and the best part is near student dormitory that are home for Croatian and international students.
For sure all the names, but there's like at least 5 parks that I enjoy. Just like just you can sit, just read a book, just do your homework and enjoy your life here. Yeah. What else places? Of course, Mensa. Yes. Who can mention the Mensa?
And what about Croatian people? How do you see them? Actually, the most international students which I met gives very high grade to citizens of Zagreb because they are very friendly, helpful and nice to us, and it's very important for students as me or my colleague from Ukraine who is staying here only for a few months.
Our culture is a bit different. In Ukraine, people tend to be more reserved, I would say. Especially, I'm from Kiev, and people are, like it's 5 million. That's why it's pretty busy, and everyone is like, okay, like, yeah, just a bit tired of. Can get a bit tired of people. Yeah, at some point. Yeah, yeah, but basically here it's much more cozy. Like I feel that it's like some kind of like majestic city where like there's all small buildings.
Among all those buildings, there are many cafes in every part of the city. When you came here and you were invited to coffee, you were probably thinking, why is everybody drinking coffee and staying out in the open all the time? But here, the invitation for a coffee can mean serious business meeting or just a friendly talk.
We have blended, I think, the best. In general, we are a big blend. That's why we're good in sports also. We have blended the tradition coming from the Austrians, Italians and the Turkish. The Austrians have brought us the first fancy coffee shops to Zagreb, which were really elegant. You had a dress code when to enter inside. It was very, very fancy. The Turkish were always drinking black coffee, so dark coffee that is very strong, so you can't drink it very fast. And then, of course, the Italian, at some point in the 20th century, started bringing to us cappuccino, macchiato and espresso. And we like really Italian coffee, but in Zagreb style. Drink it long, slow and mingle with your friends.
The thing which I'm going to miss the most is Croatian lifestyle, and the part of it is coffee culture. I really got used to drink coffee, try different type of coffee, and sometimes I'm even doing my homework at coffee places, but the most important thing is enjoying the company.
Did you get used to the Croatian coffee culture?
Well, I kind of did, but I think, or I guess it's not so much about the coffee, but about the people you hang out with.
Okay, and can you tell me how to order a coffee in Croatian?
Well, nice try, Eva, but I'm not talking in Croatian right now. And actually the two of us made a story about how I'm struggling with the Croatian language here.
It was a lot of fun.
Bog, ja sam Laura Bakutic. Hi everyone, I'm Laura Bakutic. When people hear my name, they're like, okay, so you're Croatian, so you should be really talking Croatian better than you can do right now. So this puts a lot of pressure on me, I would say. Like, I'm Bakutic, so I am supposed to do it.
Living in a new city can be a great challenge. But for Laura, half German, half Croatian, the challenge is a bit bigger. Laura's in Zagreb on a student exchange. Even more important, she's here to learn the language of her father.
Ušla u 16 RFC, kurve I gosti. To je ništa za mene.
Well, first of all, I think I have or in my head there's a lot of pressure since I have this feeling that I'm half Croatian already, so I was supposed to pronounce things, of course, correctly, but like really in Croatian way because I'm Croatian. So this is maybe the thing that is the hardest for me.
Laura's father settled in Germany in the 70s. He was a typical Gastarbeiter, as Germans called people who came there to work. She was spending her summer with her father's family, But that was not enough.
I really think I missed some times with my family, and like I missed some situations. I didn't quite get all of the conversations with my family in Croatia. So I really want to keep up with that part of my identity, and also I would love to talk to my relatives in Croatian, of course.
To study the language, Laura goes to Croaticum every day. It's an institution specialized in teaching Croatian as a second or foreign language, and it's situated at the Filozofski Fakultet, Lawrence Exchange University.
Profesija sestra, što ona nosi? On ima ružan majicu. Ružnu majicu, ugly shirt.
No, not
Zato što ružan, znači
ružan
ugly.
is ugly, but I was trying to say rosé.
Aha, ruži čast.
The palatas and all that, and I'm really shy to say things like that loudly, so people really hear my mistakes if I make some. And I hope that I will get rid of this kind of habit, like going down with my voice as soon as I don't know a thing, or even switching into English because I think it's more comfortable for me. I really want to push myself into the situation.
Croaticum is attended by international people, but also by descendants of Croatian immigrants, just like Laura.
My name is Alex Franulović da Costa, but in Brazil it's Franulović. People doesn't speak the way that it should be, like we talk here in Croatia. You have to feel something to come here to learn this crazy language.
Rijetko je, ali ponekad volim ići razgledati odjeću. Sí, para mí estudiar croata significa una conexión con mi familia, con mis antepasados. Toda mi familia de parte de mi padre es croata y que yo esté estudiando su lengua, para ellos es muy importante y estar muy contentos de que yo esté aquí.
I will graduate from this university. I would be very happy if I could at least talk in Croatian, like just small talk would be fine, because I understand a lot already, but I don't feel comfortable at all talking in Croatian yet.
From day to day, Laura is struggling with the Croatian language, but soon she will master the hardest part and learn how to pronounce the Croatian palatals.
Na štriku se suši šareni šosić.
Bravo.
So I'm proud to say that I finally made some progress with my Croatian here. And now when someone asks me, možemo na hrvatskom, which means something like, can we switch into Croatian? I'm not so shy anymore, and I start to feel more comfortable. And I start saying things like, da, može, ali samo polako, samo malo, trebam još učiti hrvatski jezik.
I don't understand, so let's move on. We have another very interesting story, because our friend Katja took her dog with her here to Zagreb.
But that's not so easy, so let's see how she did it.
If you spend a lot of time in the center of Zagreb, you might run into this friendly little dog waiting in front of a supermarket or laying in a cafe next to her owner. You will recognize her by her interesting eyes. One is brown and the other is blue. Meet Inja, the Shetland sheepdog, who is also enjoying an Erasmus experience alongside her owner Katja, who brought her here from Slovenia.
I like having Inja here with me in Zagreb because last year I was in Prague for 5 months at another Erasmus exchange, and I missed her so much, so it's really nice that I can be with her all the time now, but with that it also comes a huge responsibility.
Katja first got Inja when she was just 8 weeks old. She got her with the intention of competing in agility competitions because this breed is known to be very smart and fast. To get her, Katja and her parents drove from Slovenia to the Czech Republic to pick her up from the breeders.
After a year of training, Katja decided to stop because it was all becoming too serious and stressful. Inia then became a normal family dog, living with Katja, her parents, and her sister in Ljubljana. This exchange is the first time that Katja is taking care of Inia completely on her own.
It's a good thing that I'm never bored, but at the same time I have to walk her 4 times a day, feed her 2 times a day, and make sure that she's not home alone for too long.
Having a dog means that Katja has to wake up earlier than most students, sometimes even at 6 a.m. to walk Inia before class. She spends most of the time with her and takes her almost everywhere she goes. In the afternoon, they spend most of the time walking around the city, playing together or relaxing at their flat together with Katja's flatmate.
For me, having Inia here means that I can't just randomly decide to have a coffee after class, because I have to plan everything in advance to make sure she's not going to be alone for too long. For me, having a dog here is a bit easier because I have a car and Ljubljana is just less than 2 hours away. So if I want to come home and I don't know, leave her at my parents' house for 2 days, I can do that. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to other people who come here by plane, because it's so much more complicated and it takes a lot more work and money to do it.
As you can see, taking care of an animal during your exchange is not easy and requires a lot of dedication. But if you are able to commit to it, a fluffy friend can make your Erasmus experience even more special.
Hi, this is Inia, the Erasmus dog, and now we're going to show you some tricks.
Wow, I really miss my dog right now too. And unfortunately, Inia was already the last thing we had to show you.
Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Vidimo se.
Dag.
Adios.
Ciao.